So welcome to all of you. So guys, why we are here? We are here to celebrate the success story of Atik. Atik is from UK. He was working as a network engineer since long time. I remember, I think 2 year back, we had a communication. That time he was very much curious. He was planning to transform his career towards the cloud computing. That time I suggested, hey Atik, in case you are planning, what you can do, you can prepare your uh, prepare your learning curve and try one by one. The way I suggested, he followed. Now he's working in one of the very reputed company in UK. So what we thought to celebrate the success story of Atik. So welcome to Atik.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
So Atik, what I'm planning that what we can do, we can move slowly. And what I'll suggest you to share your experience, the way you started, whatever the type of problems you faced,
Mhm.
or if you have any suggestion, like first you can start your background and turning point, your decision, creative phases, like your learning journey, your practical roadmap, challenges or struggles, your struggle, and job opportunity. And if you have any suggestion that you want to share with the all other members, you can. Okay, so what you can do, you can start from your background.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, first of all, means I might speak in Urdu or Hindi as well in between. Hopefully, you will understand Hindi or Urdu as well.
Any-
So,
Yeah,
is it okay, sir?
anyone who don't understand Hindi, I
Because
think,
if I speak in Hindi, there is emotions involved as well, so I
yeah,
can know in
I
the.
agree. I agree. I agree. Okay, so yeah, please continue.
Okay, right, sir. I was working as a network engineer. Means I started my career. I'm in IT industry for last 14 years. Initially, when I came to UK, I did my degree. I came on a student visa, and I did not have any experience. So I started my odd job. My first job was in Pizza Hut as a uh, driver. So I work in a pizza. I did everything: toilet cleaning, kitchen cleaning, everything. Because I need to survive in UK. I have to pay my uni fee as well. So, like all the our Asians, Bangladeshi, Pakistani people, when they come in the student visa, they do odd jobs and everything. So one thing I had in my mind that I have come in a mission. I know what one thing I was when I back when I was not in UK. I used to manifest. I used to say that I will go to the UK. I had two priorities. I will play cricket, good level cricket, and I played 12 years cricket in UK, county cricket. And secondly, I want to drive in UK. And it was my dream. I want to settle down in UK. Before like 5 6 years, I used to manifest it. So I'm playing in UK. I saw '99 World Cup, so I was impressed because the ball swings and seams were there. So I wanted to play in UK. I was playing back home as well. Anyway, sir, I came in, started my career. When I came in, like 2 years, sir, I was doing the odd jobs, 2 3 years, and the uni degree really didn't help me out. तो मैंने क्या किया तो मैंने कहा अब सरवाइव करना है मैं अपनी फील्ड से भी हट गया था 2 3 years there was a gap so I went back there I did my online courses certification like started my career as a help desk support service desk support 2 3 years then I slowly moved over the desktop support I did my MCSA MCP so always there was hunger was there अगर कोई हंग्री नहीं है या कोई इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है पढ़ने में या मूव ऑन करने में तो उसके लिए मुश्किल है मेरे को हमेशा से शौक था कि आई हैव टू मूव फॉरवर्ड सो करियर स्टार्ट किया डेस्कटॉप सपोर्ट आईटी सपोर्ट करते करते आई बिकम अ नेटवर्क इंजीनियर आई डिड माय
So,
सीसीएनए
so sorry to stop here. So, guys, if you see here, The journey started as a driver. Okay. So same way in past I discussed there are lots of people who are working as a driver, cleaning staff, or they were doing small jobs getting 10-15,000 rupees. The same way Atik also started his career in Pizza Hut, Domino's Pizza Hut, or several other places. He was working as a driver in UK.
And
And
not only the driver, not only the driver, I also work as a security guard as well, security officer as well, even security officer in football matches, cricket matches. Means I cover loads of exhibitions, events in UK. Working as a just it means as a odd job. As an event security officer, I was getting a basic pay, but I have to leave London, so I have to was going to Birmingham, Manchester, here and there. So, and I did 12-hour shift in the cold as well. When you come from India, you don't see snow, cold weather there. It was really hard at that time. At night shift especially. And I had 3-4 years gap. Then slowly I came to IIT. I never give up an attitude. I did my CCNA, CCNP. And so, do you want to add something, or should I continue, sir?
no, no, you can continue, please.
Okay,
So,
so Faiz,
one request to all of you guys. Whenever you guys feel you have any question, please unmute and ask your question also.
okay, okay, sir. After when I was become a network engineer, so in 2024, Jan 2022, I lost my job as a network engineer because of reason was redundancy. About 100 people become redundant क्योंकि किसी और कंपनी ने just took over from that company, so we lost the job. So वो मुझे सर बहुत पिच कर गए. मैंने कहा यार, I was working the 2 years. Suddenly, I lost my job. Now I have to again go in the market. I got married as well. I have to pay my mortgage, my bill, and everything. And to find a job, another job, it was not easy. तो मैंने कहा अब क्या करें भाई, अब जॉब ही नहीं है, तो अब जॉब चली गई, 2 वीक्स का नोटिस मिल गया, अब क्या करें. सो उस वक्त मुझे आया कि यार मुझे ऐसी फील्ड चूज करनी है कि अगर कोई एक कंपनी मुझे जॉब से निकाले तो वहां पर अपॉर्चुनिटीज हो बहुत ज्यादा जॉब्स की, तो मैं दूसरी जॉब को ग्रैब कर सकूं, और जो इन डिमांड मार्केट, क्योंकि नेटवर्किंग में अब क्या हुआ है, everybody was going to the cloud, Microsoft, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. So there was a cloud and I was a baby in cloud. तो मुझे नहीं मालूम था कि Azure और AWS में क्या फर्क है. So at that time, I decided that I have to switch from as a network engineer, क्योंकि networking की भी jobs हैं यहाँ पर, लेकिन ज्यादातर cloud की jobs हैं and DevOps की jobs market में ज्यादा थी, and they are paying a good money as well.
Correct,
Net,
correct. Yeah. In fact, I'll tell you guys one thing. Day before yesterday, I was in discussion with one of my colleague who was working long time back with me. What he told me, his company is a US-based company in India. Since last 25 years, they're running their business in India, but they decided last 5 years back, they decided that they will not run on-premise ecosystem in, in here in India. So everything is online. Means people are working from their home location. They have very small setup in Noida location for the to maintain their finance and back office only. Means only 10 to 15 members are working, and entire company is online. Entire server, database, application, project, everything is on cloud. Because of it, earlier the paymaster for the company was very bad. It was not so good. But nowadays it's a not very huge company, but still the paymaster is really great one, because the operation cost is almost zero. There's no operation cost. So whatever the operation costs, running costs were there, they were transferring the same as the salary to their employees. So this is the pattern nowadays. There are lots of organizations, either 20%, 80%, 90%, or 100% business, they are moving on cloud. So cloud is not good to have. In case anyone want to survive for the long time, in long run, then cloud is must to have. It's not good to have. Yeah, Atik, please.
yes, sir. Then Then at that time I was confused what to do. I thought I have to go towards, I decided that I want to move to the cloud. So I have interest in, I call Radha sir. Sir, I'm network engineer, lost my job, want to move towards the cloud. So what should I do? I know we had a first meeting, very productive. I was really impressed the way he communicated with me. He gave me a time, approximately half an hour call. Before I joined the Azure Mastery program 6 months ago. So I was like, okay, man, this guy looks good. He know what he's talking about. Man, and at that time, I did not join sir. At that time, did not join sir. So I joined sir after 6 months. Then Arun sir, actually, I saw one advertisement on Azure Mastery program. Then called to Arun sir. He was in US. So I spoke to him, and he actually again mentioned about Aradhya sir, say that their guy we have Radha is very good, very nice. I spoke to him, and Arun sir is very good on the communication. So I think Radha sir is more technical, but I think Arun sir is technical plus the communication, the way he does. I think he's an expert. He's a guru
Yeah.
in communication. So with the reference of Arun sir, then again contacted with Radha after 6 months. So I lost my 6 month to be honest. Again I joined Radha. मैं कहा ये तो Radha sir ही है यार. मैं कहा पहले 6 महीने पहले join कर लेता. So
I
I would have
remember.
been somewhere
I remember. I
somewhere.
think that time I remember what I told you. I said,
Mhm,
I think remember the time is money. If you
mhm,
lose the time, it means you are losing money also. Whether if you're planning, I'll suggest you to start immediately. Otherwise, maybe you will start after 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years. That time you will feel, hey, I lost my time.
mhm.
So time is money, guys. Whenever you feel you're planning to start something, just start immediately. Otherwise, in life, usually we are giving excuse to ourselves. आज शादी है, आज फीवर है, ऑफिस का काम है, कुछ other priorities हैं, there are something else, कहीं जाना है. So these are just excuse. In fact, I tell you, whenever I'm traveling, normally during the winters I'm traveling, but still I'm delivering the session. I'm in a rural area during the winters, but to deliver my sessions, I visit around 100 kilometers and deliver my sessions. So this is called the commitment. So if you're committed to change something, it is possible. You have to start ASAP. So
Okay.
I remember 6 months initially. First, when very first time we discussed, I think Nibola he need some time. After again 6 months, he called me. He said, "Now this time I'm ready. I'm planning to start ASAP." So
So
yes,
reason was what was the reason, sir? In the market means मैं क्योंकि I did IT courses from India as well. Lot of means यहाँ पर fake teachers भी बहुत है. Means they take money and then don't deliver it. I had an experience for last 12 years because I did my CCNA, CCNP. So there are good teachers, there are bad teachers as well in it, especially in India. So at
Hmm.
that time I had a doubt. मैं कहा ये बंदा सही तो कह रहा है लेकिन वाकई ही gonna deliver it? I had some few doubts. Arun sir,
Hmm.
for the 6 months, sir, I decided that I decided I want to go to. I started my core AWS cloud from some other
Hmm.
trainer. Okay,
Hmm.
and I completed that thing. When I completed 6 months AWS, then I came to know in the market in UK there are more jobs in Azure than AWS. So मैंने AWS पहले किया किसी कहीं और से किया लेकिन जब मैं वापस आया मार्केट को रियलाइज किया जॉब्स के लिए अप्लाई शुरू किया मैंने. So then I realized when there is Azure has more job like 70%, 75%. That was my experience. Then AWS like 20 to 25%. Reason sir बता देंगे why Azure is more
Yeah,
have jobs.
yeah, that's true. So Azure, remember guys, AWS was the market leader. AWS launched by Amazon in 2006. That time there was no public cloud providers available. There was a single player available in market was Amazon's AWS. So whatever the opportunity were coming from the market it was going with the AWS only. It means आपको race start करना है, you're the only one player. So who will the winner? AWS. For a long time, AWS was the only player in the market. So वो lead कर रहे थे. 100% opportunity was going with the AWS only. But in 2010, means after 4 years, Microsoft introduced its own version of public cloud computing. The name is that time the name was Windows Azure. Nowadays, the cloud is not Windows Azure; it's a Microsoft Azure. But that time it was called the Windows Azure. So Windows Azure Microsoft launched, but it was not the matured one. It was the beta version. The beta version was launched in 2010, and again after 5 years, like in 2014, Microsoft again rebranded the same. The reason the performance of the Azure was not so good between 2010 to 2014. So Microsoft ने क्या किया 2014 में इसकी rebranding किया. From 2014, this product is called the Microsoft Azure. From 2015 to 2020-21 तक AWS was the market leader. बट कोविड से जैसे जैसे कोविड स्टार्ट हुआ, कोविड के बाद से चीजें चेंज हो गई. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द नंबर ऑफ जॉब्स, अपॉर्चुनिटीज, सर्विसेज, डेटा सेंटर्स, integration, channel partners, everything in all these areas, you'll get more number of opportunity or better support in Microsoft Azure. So आज के टाइम पे क्या हो रहा है? If I'm talking about the XYZ company like TCS, Wipro, Accenture, Infosys, almost all the companies are using all the clouds like Google Cloud, Oracle Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Amazon AWS. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी कहाँ पे जाते हैं, तो यू विल फाइंड ग्राउंड पे आपको लगेगा ग्राउंड पे नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर हायर इन माइक्रोसॉफ्ट अज्योर. So that's why I suggested in beginning with 6 months pehle when first time we discussed, that time also I suggested Atik. I'm not saying one cloud is good and other is bad. Both are really ultimate, and we are not the judge. There is no single parameter to decide which one is better. अपने एक्सपीरियंस से मैं बता सकता हूँ कि यू विल गेट मोर नंबर ऑफ ऑप्शंस, मोर नंबर ऑफ ट्रैक्स, मोर नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन माइक्रोसॉफ्ट अज्योर क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग. देयर आर वेरियस रीजन बिहाइंड इट. फॉर एग्जांपल, सपोज आप किसी ईआरपी पे काम कर रहे हो, फॉर एग्जांपल एसएपी. So SAP and Microsoft, these two are the partner companies. Wherever the SAP will be installed, by default Microsoft Azure वहां पे होगा ही होगा. Region SAP Microsoft Azure Cloud यूज करती है, तो 99% प्रोजेक्ट्स में उसके Microsoft Azure यूज होता है. Similarly, there are several other big brands. जहां पे भी वो ब्रांड्स अपने प्रोडक्ट को बेचते हैं, उधर Microsoft Azure will be used. सो इसीलिए आप अगर देखोगे, व्हाट यू कैन डू, यू कैन चेक द नंबर ऑफ डेटा सेंटर्स. सो यू विल गेट just double data centers in Microsoft Azure. So it means Microsoft presence is available, especially in terms of data centers. Presence is very higher compared to AWS. Similarly, number of opportunities also very higher. Plus, earlier क्या था कि earlier Microsoft was supporting its own product only, but nowadays Microsoft is very much open. In case you want to use the Microsoft services, third-party services, open source, technically all these are possible. That's why उस time I suggest किया, Atik, what you can do, you can start with Microsoft Azure. Yes, Atik. From here you can continue.
Okay, right. Then, sir, I joined Azure Mastery Program for 3 months, and means I did means जब मैं practice कर रहा था तो literally I was in UK jobless. I have been jobless for 2 years. So मैंने कोई technically या कोई एक white collar job नहीं की. I was working as a security officer or security guard. So मैं सर की क्लासेस भी वहीं ले रहा था, मोबाइल के थ्रू, लैपटॉप के थ्रू, जॉब भी कर रहा था ऑन द जॉब. और क्योंकि सर की रिकॉर्डिंग होती थी, बार बार रात की शिफ्टें होती थी मेरी 12-12 घंटे की, तो मैं सर की रिकॉर्डिंग को एक बार नहीं, 2 बार नहीं, बल्कि आप लोगों को मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा, इफ यू वांट टू ज्वाइन सर अदर मास्टर प्रोग्राम, सर के जो पुराने बैच के जो वीडियोस हैं वो लेके पहले एक रन थ्रू कर ले, तो आपको कुछ समझ आएगा, कुछ नहीं आएगा. 50% यू विल गेट इट, 50% यू वोंट गेट इट, बिकॉज डाउट्स होते हैं, क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. तो मैंने सर को, सर मुझे अपनी सारी पुराने बैच की वीडियो देते हैं. सर ने काइंडली वो मुझे सारी शेयर कर दी, तो मैं पहले ही एक दफा सर के थ्रू कर दिया. कुछ समझ में आया, कुछ नहीं आया. और जब प्रोग्राम में, जब प्रोग्राम वीकेंड चला था, मैं सर से इंटरेक्टिव प्रोग्राम होता है. सर ये कहते हैं कोई डाउट हो तो बताओ, कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो पूछो, एंड दे आर क्विज एज वेल, जो कि सर जो लेके चलते 2 घंटे, यू विल नॉट गेट बोर्ड. there is a laughter there as well, there is a knowledge sharing as well. तो सर ने मीन्स एक सर एक्सपर्ट है अपने क्लास को जिस तरह सर लेके चलते हैं. तो हम प्रोग्राम करने के बाद मैंने इसके साथ साथ सिर्फ अजोर नहीं किया, मैंने जॉब्स को
तो
अप्लाई
हाँ,
शुरू कर दी.
एक सेकंड यहाँ पे
यस
मैं
सर.
रुकूंगा यहाँ पे. So guys, there are few points. For example, suppose whatever we are discussing today, 1 week और 1 month के बाद में आज की चीज हम सभी लोग भूल जाएंगे, right? It's a obvious. मतलब कि whatever you are learning today, or whatever we are discussing today, there's a high possibility that we'll forget everything maybe after a week or month. Uske liye usually what I'm doing, I'm designing architecture in the live session. Why I'm designing the architecture, the live session? In Pine India, there's no SS program available where the trainer will cover the architecture design in the live session. I'm the only one person who is designing the architecture in live session. For example, normally, if anyone is trying to explain anything, MS Paint खोलेंगे, सब कुछ drag drop करेंगे, and it's not clear. Frankly speaking, you can try, nothing is clear. But what usually I used to do, I design the proper architecture in the live session, and all these architecture I'm sharing with everyone. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, गूगल का क्लासरूम होता है, गूगल के क्लासरूम के अंदर आई अपलोड एवरी संडे आफ्टर द आई अपलोड द वीडियोस एज वेल एज अपलोड द अपडेटेड आर्किटेक्चर विद अदर मटेरियल्स plus student notes. Whatever the student notes I'm preparing, that is very much helpful for the candidate to not clear only the certification but also interview plus real time situation may it will help you a lot to survive in IT ecosystem. For example, so I have shared my screen. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
visible.
sir.
So if you see, this is Azure Mastery Program, student notes. So let me sort it. So suppose this is one of the student notes. Suppose today I completed one of the topic. Related to this topic, whatever the possible questions are, well, last 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever we discuss, everything I'll convert in the form of student notes. Normally, lots of people what they're doing, they're not focusing in live session. Why not focusing? They are preparing the notes. So just think, guys, suppose you are focusing, there are two things. Either you focus in live session or you focus on notes. तो अगर आपका distraction हो गया, so it would be very difficult for you. So what I'm doing, I'm saying, hey, for the time being in live session, I'll suggest you guys to focus here in session. Notes I will provide from my side. Earlier I was not providing the notes. Earlier I was providing MOM, but nowadays I'm providing this type of notes also. For example, suppose today I covered something, so 13 page documents, all the important notes are available. Means everything, whatever the possible points are available in related to interview, related to best practices, architecture, decisioning, designing, everything. So this type of notes also I'm preparing. So normally क्या होता है, इससे आपका टाइम बचेगा. It will save a lot of time. Plus what I used to suggest guys, एक काम करो, आप सबसे पहले if possible, if you have time, तो पुरानी जैसे अतीक ने बोला कि if possible then one time complete the historical videos, or if I already have given you the access, complete the video. It means 50% लाइव सेशन के अंदर आपका कॉन्फिडेंस 80 to 90% इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. एंड इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग द आर्किटेक्चर विच आई एम डिजाइनिंग इन द लाइव सेशन, प्लस इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग द स्टूडेंट नोट्स, देन 90 to 95% थिंग्स विल बी क्लियर. एंड यूजुअली इसके बाद क्या होता है, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रो कर जाता है. एंड आई एम सेइंग गाइस, whenever you are starting anything, complete your entire journey. For example, suppose you are planning to travel from Delhi to Mumbai. दिल्ली से आपकी ट्रेन चली और गुजरात में आप उतर गए, तो इट मींस यू हैवंट कंप्लीटेड योर जर्नी. आपकी जर्नी क्या थी? जर्नी आपकी कंप्लीट होनी थी मुंबई में, दिल्ली टू मुंबई. सो नॉर्मली 50 to 60% पीपल आर नॉट कंप्लीटिंग द जर्नी. दैट्स व्हाई दे आर स्ट्रगलिंग फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम. अतीक के साथ द वेरी गुड पार्ट वाज he completed his journey. The first thing, he was the recording multiple times, at least 2 times तो complete किया ही था, 2 to 3 times. Second is, whatever the assignment I was providing, he was practicing. Whatever the material I was providing, he was following. Plus, I suggested last, hey, do one thing, just learn some other things also in case you want to get the better opportunity. That he did. Yes, Ati.
ओके सर, मैं थोड़ा सा कुछ शेयर करूंगा, वीडियो ऑन
Yeah.
करूंगा सिर्फ 1 मिनट के लिए. जस्ट वांट टू शो
Please.
यू समथिंग. ओके.
Yeah.
ओके, वीडियो ऑन नहीं हो रही. So I think मेरी वीडियो ऑफ हुई हुई है. I can't turn on the video. Maybe. Okay. Yes sir. So these are your notes. Azure Mastery Program, तो इसके मैंने प्रिंट आउट करवा लिए थे सर.
Oh,
और ये आपके सारे नोट्स मैंने इसको प्रिंट आउट करके जब मैं जॉब पे होता था तो आई यूज टू गो थ्रू इट। ये सारी आपकी वीडियो जो आप डायग्राम्स बनाते हैं सारी चीजें।
have you
और
shared
नॉट
your
ओनली
screen? Are you sharing your
यस
screen? No, it's not visible. Can you please share again?
सर।
No, he is sharing his video.
Yeah, please,
सर
please,
कैन यू
one
सी
more
द
time.
वीडियो?
Yes,
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 yes.
I can.
ओके एंड उसके साथ साथ क्योंकि इसका एक पेज खाली था तो सर यहाँ मैं अपने नोट्स बनाता था। आपके नोट्स के साथ
Wow.
साथ यहाँ पर मैं अपने पेजेस के ऊपर नोट, जैसे व्हाट इज क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग या ये स्टोरेज के बारे में, व्हाट इज ब्लॉब ब्लॉब, अप एंड ब्लॉब, पेज ब्लॉब, दे गाइस दिस विल हेल्प यू इन द इंटरव्यू। तो आप अपने नोट्स बनाए, सर के नोट्स बनाने में आप अपने नोट्स बनाए। इस तरीके से मैंने एक और पेज पे, एक कॉपी पे अपने नोट्स बनाए। तो जब आप इंटरव्यूज में जाएंगे, टेबल क्यूज ये मैंने सारे अपने हैंड राइटिंग से नोट्स बनाए हुए सर के नोट्स की मदद से क्लासेस के बाद, तो ताकि मैं इंटरव्यू में जाऊं तो दैट इट रियली हेल्प मी आउट। तो मेरे अपने नोट्स से मैं एक दफा पढ़ता हूँ, अच्छा कल इंटरव्यू है, स्टोरेज पढ़ना है। सर की वीडियोस में जाएंगे, इट्स अबाउट 6 आवर्स स्टोरेज वीडियोस, एम आई राइट? 6 आवर्स, एंड इन 6 आवर आई जस्ट पुट इन
9 hours, not 6 hours, 9 hours. Because
nine
9 hours.
hours, okay. 9 hours video, so it could be comes in like 2 3 pages, one pages, 2 pages। तो अगर आप यही भी बोल देंगे तो मेंस इंटरव्यू वाला हमेशा से इम्प्रेस हो जाता है कि यार इसको नंबर्स भी पता है। तो ये LRAs, GRAs, ZRAs, RAGRAs, यहाँ मैंने छोटे डायग्राम भी बनाए हुए अपनी तरीके से। तो ये जस्ट वाना शो यू। तो सर ये आपके सारे नोट्स मैंने इसको प्रिंट आउट करवा ले, तो गाइड सर के जो भी नोट्स हो आप इसको प्रिंट आउट करके अपने पास रखें। That will really help you in the interview process. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, just gonna switch off the
Perfect.
video.
So, perfect. So, guys, if I'm sharing something, normally what I used to do, in fact, I have shared my screen one more time. Please confirm once it is visible. So, usually every Saturday and Sunday, I'm uploading lots of material. For example, if you see here, I'm I'm here opening Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, this is the Cloud Vista. So as of now, the batch number 85th is running. So let me show you something. Suppose this is batch number 85th. So after completion of the session, I'm uploading the assignment. You see here, this is assignment I'm uploading. So usually I suggest everyone to complete the assignment. So there'll be a section for the assignment, plus whatever the architecture I'm preparing, all these architecture I'm uploading here. Plus, uh, whenever I'm covering the topic, so I'm sharing the student notes also. For example, suppose let me share this one. So if you see here, this is the video. This is the recording of the session. Plus here with the video, I'm providing the student notes. So the topic is the day when I covered this topic is traffic manager. And related to traffic manager, whatever the possible question interview we may ask all these questions with the answer, use cases, architecture, designing, strategy, decisioning, everything is properly documented here. And remember, what I'm doing, I'm for every batch, for every session, I'm preparing it from scratch. I'm not providing the historical one. Similarly, if I'm talking about the architecture, I have the historical architectures are available, but I never share the historical architecture. What I used to do, I prepare the new architecture in every live session, and that I'm sharing with everyone. For example, suppose you see here, this is the PDF version. This is the PDF version. So 224 pages. All these material I'm sharing with the everyone. So I try my best to prepare everything in graphical way so that easily you guys can connect here. So plus related to it, if there's some decisioning points, some architecture related decisions are available. So all these I'm adding here and these will be shared with you. And whatever the graphics or architecture you see, all these architecture I prepare in the live session. Why? The reason if I want the earlier one, but the problem is if I'm planning to follow the historical one, it will not be memorized for the long time. That's why usually I prefer to design the solution here in the live session. So It's a great, guys. So, Atik, I really appreciate the way you followed all these documents and took the printout here. So, guys, by end of the course, around 5 to 600 pages of the document I'm sharing with the everyone. If you feel you're looking for the opportunity, you guys should take the printout of this and follow it. Remember, in Azure Mastery Program, if you are completing your entire journey means end to end course you are completing, the salary structure is very high. For example, in United States, I mean, it depends on your skill, your current salary, your city, and many other parameters. But United States, the salary structure for the architect is somewhere between 200 to 400K. This is the range of. So Atik also did the same. What he did, whatever the documentation or materials to notes I provided, he took the printout and followed. Yes, Atik. Hey, good morning, Arun.
Okay, so should I continue?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Okay, so I just want to share one more screen at the moment that's going to be
Yeah.
really helpful for the students who are joining your program.
Mhm.
Uh, so give me 1 second. I'm just going to share one more thing. No. Can you use some documents now? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. तो गाइस सर जब भी क्लास में लैब करवाते थे तो वाई व्हाट यूज्ड टू डू, तो उसी नेक्स्ट डे या उसी वीक मैं भी प्रैक्टिस करता था। जैसे सर ने अगर कोई करवाया है मिसाल के तौर पे पॉइंट टू साइड वीपीएन, ठीक है, ये या यहाँ चला है, तो अगर तो मैं डॉक्यूमेंटेशन जो भी लैब करता था उसको मैं डॉक्यूमेंट कर लेता था स्क्रीनशॉट लेके। ये मेरा सक्सेसफुल लैब हो गई है, ये ट्रांजिट गेटवे की लैब है, सर करवाएंगे हब एंड स्पोक नेटवर्क। तो मैं इस तरीके से लैब्स बनाता था अपने नोट्स। अब मैं जब भी मुझे इंटरव्यू के लिए जाना पड़ता है या सर ये टॉपिक करवाएंगे हब एंड स्पोक वाला ट्रांजिट गेटवे, तो मैं अपने नोट्स बनाता था, अपनी लैब्स करता था, उसको भी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के फॉर्म में रख लिया अपने ही लिए, ताकि नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आऊंगा ये मेरे मेरे नोट्स हैं, मुझे पता है। ये देखिए गुड मॉर्निंग ईस्ट यूएस मशीन ये मेरे चल रही है, रूट 53 क्या है। तो मैं इस तरीके से अपनी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन प्रैक्टिस करता था। इस तरीके से मेरे पास ये सारे मैंने बनाए हुए हैं। अदर फायरवॉल पे है, ये एक और मैंने लैब बनाई थी प्राइवेट एंड पॉइंट्स। ये सर सारी लैब्स करवाएंगे आपको। सो मेक योर ओन नोट्स, जब भी आप लैब करो तो इसके स्क्रीनशॉट लेके रख लो, तो ये अमर हो जाएंगे। नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आप करोगे तो अगर आप लैब भूल भी गए तो अपनी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन अच्छी कर लो। तो नेक्स्ट टाइम आफ्टर 1 ईयर 2 ईयर जस्ट यू गो थ्रू इट, तो यू विल रिमेम्बर दैट। तो लैब करो तो अपनी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन यानी कि एक मिनी बुक अपने पास रखो। तो ये एक चीज, और ये भी इसने मुझे हेल्प की है कि whenever I'm doing the lab, my lab is successful, I make sure I do the documentation as well। तो इस तरीके से आप कर सकते हो। और एक और चीज शेयर कर देता हूँ सर, जो लास्ट टाइम स्टॉप शेयरिंग एंड मैं अपनी वीडियो एक बार ऑन कर दूं।
I think I'm so happy that you are, sharing this. This is a best ever advice that anybody can
थैंक यू
give.
सर, वेलकम सर अरुण सर। आई सेड समथिंग अबाउट यू एज बट यू यू केम बिट लेट।
No, yeah, I had to take a certain medicine
ओके
at,
सर,
so,
सो वन
but
थिंग,
I'm so happy. Yeah.
दिस इज सर, मैंने सर के जो नोट्स हैं, आई हैव दीज नोट्स। सो उसके साथ साथ मैंने आपने कहा था कि ये मेरी कुछ मेरी बुक्स हैं जो मैंने अपने हैंड नोट्स बनाए हैं। तो ये मेरी बाइबल है। तो इसमें ये मेरी पूरी कॉपी एक भरी हुई है, इसमें सिर्फ अजोर के अजोर लोड बैलेंसर ये सारी चीजें मैंने लिखी हुई हैं। तो ये मेरे पूरा पेजेस, ये पूरे पेजेस, ये मेरी एक किताब कॉपी है, दूसरी मेरी एक और कॉपी भरी हुई है, ये भी लैब से नोट से, तो ये भी वही कॉपी है। तो ये मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये क्लाउड के है। ये 2 ईयर से मैं नोट्स बना रहा हूँ और जो भी लिखता हूँ सर आई जस्ट मेक सम नोट्स एंड डॉक्यूमेंटेशन। ये दीज आर द नोट्स विच आई डू। और साथ साथ मोटिवेशन के लिए मैं कुछ ना कुछ सुनता रहता हूँ, तो उसके लिए भी मैंने अपने एक अलग से कॉपी बनाई हुई है। और हर वक्त मिसाल के तौर पे एटॉमिक हैबिट्स, द वन थिंग एट अ टाइम, सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन टेक्निक्स, मैजिक वर्ड्स, थिंक एंड ग्रो रिच, सेवन हैबिट्स ऑफ हाईली सक्सेसफुल मैन, डीप वर्क। सर इसने मुझे हेल्प तब किया है जब मैं आई वाज जॉबलेस फॉर 2 इयर्स। तो ये मुझे मोटिवेट कर दे, मुझे मोटिवेशन की किस कहीं से जरूरत नहीं पड़ी कि मुझे कोई मोटिवेट करे, या मैंने कभी सर को नहीं कहा सर जॉब लगनी लग रही, व्हाट गोना हैपन, आई नो जॉब लग जाएगी, इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम। सो मैं कम से कम एटलीस्ट आई वेंट इन द 15 to 20 इंटरव्यूज, मैं 14-15 इंटरव्यू में फेल हुआ, अब जाके मुझे जॉब मिली है, और जॉब की भी मुझे 2 जगह से ऑफर्स आई थी। सो नेवर गिव अप एटीट्यूड होना चाहिए आपके पास, आप डीमोटिवेटेड ना हो, कोर्स कर लिया, प्रैक्टिस करते रहो। इट टुक्स 2 years to get a
Yeah.
very good job.
And I think
Yes, sir.
one thing I wanted to point to everybody कि जैसे आपने कह रहे हैं कि आपको टाइम लगा, so people have to understand that if it was India or any other country, but आप जहाँ थे वहाँ का economy was not doing well also, so it was not कि बहुत सारे opportunities रोज रोज आ रहे थे, so you had a challenge where कि uh, the jobs itself were less in number, but still you made it happen with your own motivation, with your own, making notes all the time, working with Adya. That itself is great. क्योंकि
Sir,
क्योंकि other people might think कि भाई इनका तो बहुत टाइम लग गया, but the fact of the matter is कि the economy itself wasn't doing too well.
Well,
So,
honestly, the people working for 5 years, 7 years in UK, they were jobless for 6 months, 8 months because of the economy. They said, "Yeah,
Correct.
हमें job नहीं मिली." My friends were saying, "Yeah, तो how you will get the job?" And recently, I got a job as a senior cloud engineer. I was not expecting. I thought I'm going for a network engineer, cloud engineer job, just a cloud Azure cloud engineer. But they took me as a senior network because of my networking background, plus cloud engineer. So at a senior role, and the salary is sky high as well. So I was not expecting they're gonna offer me this sort of salary. So मेरी औकात से बढ़कर सैलरी है. So वो 2 years की जो मेरे पास डिसिप्लिन रहा, मैं अदौर पे नहीं रुका सर. Just wanna I started doing Terraform as well. So every day, well, वीक में 2-3 दफा टेराफॉर्म भी किया. आई डिड माय CI/CD pipelines as well. I did not, उस वक्त सर ने टेराफॉर्म नहीं शुरू करवाया हुआ था. I jump on
mm,
the Terraform. I upgraded my skill. I did Terraform. I did CI/CD pipelines. I did Docker. I did Kubernetes as well. So फिर जब शुरू शुरू में मुझे हेजिटेशन होती थी, इंटरव्यू में गया, एक वन ऑफ द इंटरव्यू आई वेंट टू, आई जस्ट फ्रोज. मेरे मुंह से एक अल्फाज भी नहीं निकला सर, एक अल्फाज, आई जस्ट फ्रोज. मैं इतनी शर्मिंदगी हुई थी, मुझे मेरा चौथा पांचवा इंटरव्यू था. तो थोड़ी सी घर में भी कुछ वाइफ से थोड़ी चिक चिक पिक पिक हो गई थी, लेकिन आई कुड नॉट से इवन अ वर्ड. और मुझे इतना बुरा लगा कि यार मैं कहा सर सॉरी, आई एम नॉट इन अ ब्राइट मेंटल स्टेट एट द मोमेंट. तो वो मेरा पहला इंटरव्यू था जहां मेरा वर्ड नहीं हुआ. मैं बहुत ज्यादा डिसहार्ट भी हुआ. मैं खैर है, नेक्स्ट इंटरव्यू में जाए. लेकिन whenever I went there, so I always went on the final stage of the interview. Now मैं final stage पे जाता हूँ अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. फर्स्ट स्टेज, सेकंड, थर्ड स्टेज पे आती है, कहीं सैलरी पे बात हो जाती है. नाउ आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट कि मैंने, क्योंकि मैंने अपने आप पे वर्किंग की है, प्लस हमेशा से लास्ट 5-6 ईयर, लास्ट 10 ईयर्स, हमेशा ऑलवेज ऑलवेज अपने लिए एक बजट निकालो, अपने लिए कुछ अमाउंट जो अपने ऊपर अपनी जात पर लगाओ, आप अपनी हेल्थ पे लगाओ, अपनी एजुकेशन पे लगाओ. ठीक है, यारों दोस्तों पे चल ठीक है हम लोग लगाते हैं, लेकिन आप अपनी सेल्फ लर्निंग के ऊपर पैसे लगाओ. अगर मैं आपको स्क्रीन शेयर के दिखाऊं, नॉट ओनली दैट, मैंने सैंडबॉक्स क्लाउड, कोड क्लाउड भी लिया हुआ है, मैंने विजलैब भी लिया हुआ है. मैं अपनी लैब मैं की रेफरेंसेस के तौर पे मैं दूसरी चीजों को भी पढ़ता रहता हूँ. तो मैं आराम से नहीं बैठता. मैं ही बैठ गया, आई जस्ट कंटिन्यू लर्निंग एवरी डे. तो नाउ आई एम वर्किंग ऑन Kubernetes now, focusing on Kubernetes as well. So I'm
oh,
working as a network and security engineer, but I'm
correct,
keep
correct.
on learning.
So, once,
I truly appreciate that, you know, in a very genuine way, in a very honest, you know, simple way for everyone. You laid your strategy, you आपने अपना जो दिल खोल के रख दिया, और इतने अच्छे से आपने बताया है that many people will truly appreciate it. Artha?
so one point. So usually I suggest to complete your journey. I give an example in case you are planning to start your journey from Delhi to Mumbai. So lots of people, what they're doing, they are saying, hey, I'm planning to apply the data engineer. SQL पढ़ा या Python पढ़ा, उसके बाद हो गया data engineer complete. And they are saying, hey, I'm not getting opportunity. What I used to say, ki, in case you're applying to just prepare your roadmap, and there'll be multiple milestone. All these milestones just complete. Then after it, your journey will complete. Similarly, if you're planning to move in the cloud computing, the first is you should learn the multi-cloud services, means Azure mastery program. Then after it, another step is Azure DevOps and Terraform. That's a very important, guys. DevOps is not mandatory only for the admin. No, it's not only for the architect or not only for the admin. This is mandatory for everyone. Almost in 100% projects, DevOps is used. If you're from Microsoft Azure Cloud Competitive background, so 100% project you guys have to use. So there are two type of DevOps available. One is open source, second is Azure DevOps. In Azure DevOps, it's integrated with the Microsoft ecosystem. So usually मैं suggest करता हूँ जब आप करते हो तो इसके साथ में DevOps and Terraform कर लो. इससे क्या होगा? It's a very easy. It's not very difficult. It may take some time, maybe 3 month time, but आपकी पूरी journey complete हो जाती है. And it is not only for the developers. It is for everyone. Region, whenever you're working on cloud project, maybe software engineer, cloud software engineer, admin, storage, or data engineer, you guys have to use the multiple cloud services. Not only one, two, maybe 10, 15, 20 services you guys have to use. The second is things should be automated. आपके लिए कोई एक dedicated person आज के टाइम पे at least in 2026 company will not give the dedicated person to manage the DevOps. They're expecting everyone who is working in a cloud ecosystem उनको अपना DevOps की एक्टिविटी खुद ही मैनेज करना होगा. So DevOps is mandatory. अतीक ने भी सेम थिंग किया. Azure सर्विसेज के बाद ही completed Azure DevOps and Terraform. इसका इम्पैक्ट ये होता है, सडनली यू रियलाइज यू विल गेट मोर नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज एंड द चांसेस फॉर द सिलेक्शन विल इंक्रीज. अगर बिगिनिंग में चांसेस 60% होगा तो अजूर आफ्टर अजूर डेवऑप्स एंड टेराफॉर्म के बाद 90 to 95% चांसेस हो जाते हैं कि आप क्लोज होगे.
Are the one of the things to add to your point, one of the things I want to say is, let me for a minute forget about everything Atik said and everything we are talking. Let's not talk about the course at all. The point is, when somebody, typically when anybody does any course, any IT course, they think of it like, today I did SQL, I'm done. Today I did data engineering, I'm done. But if you look at doctors, lawyers, any other profession, singers, every year, this, I think you and I have said this in many, many seminars, webinars, and I hope people hear it. Every year, people must save a portion of their, I think Atik was also trying to say this, say, your journey doesn't stop when you do fifth standard or sixth standard or, a graduation or you do a small course. It's an ongoing thing where you must invest every year. Just say up, you take time for going for a vacation. So every year one should take time for uh, investing in themselves, and whatever latest or news going on, whatever you have to surf, you have to move on to that latest thing in order to keep current. Because if you're thinking कि मैंने एक चीज कर लिया और अब खत्म हो गया, आगे कुछ नहीं करना है, that's not going to help. It's an ongoing thing. That's why doctors also, the medical representatives keep on coming to them. They keep talking about new medicines, um, and doctors have to continuously learn new techniques, new technologies. Also, um, anybody that is worth their um, money in any profession, they need to keep learning. I may not be able to say it in the best. I took a lot of some meds last night, and I'm not able to put this in the best possible way this time, but this is very important. Radha has been saying it for a very long time. You have to invest in yourself and take action now.
I agree. So, what is next, Atik? उसके बाद फिर क्या हुआ?
सर मुझे मालूम नहीं, मैं where I'm a bit lost at the moment. मैं क्या बात कर रहा था?
Okay.
ओके, मैं किधर था सर? ओके, यस, अपने ऊपर इन्वेस्टमेंट करो।
Hmm.
मीन मैं अगर मुझे आप मैं समराइज करता हूँ हाउ टू गेट सक्सेस, मेरी जर्नी कैसे रही है। मैं अगर मुझसे कोई पूछेगा तो आई विल से कंप्लीट आवर मास्टरी प्रोग्राम, गो डीपर नॉट वाइडर। जो जो सर्विस सर ने बताई हैं आप उसके सिनेरियो चैट जीटीपी को यूज करो। इंटरव्यू की सर एक डेडिकेटेड इंटरव्यू का सेशन करेंगे यहाँ पर इंटरव्यू में अपने आप को कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है, कौन से प्रोजेक्ट्स बताने हैं। दैट रियली हेल्प मी आउट एज वेल। स्टार टेक्निक, प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई, कैसे मसला आया, आपने कैसे रिजॉल्व किया, सोल्यूशन किस तरीके से दिया। तो सर का एक डेडिकेशन सेशन होगा विच इज रियली रियली इंपॉर्टेंट कि इंटरव्यू में अपने आप को कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है। इंटरव्यू देखना एक प्रॉपर टेक्निक है, पढ़ाई अलग चीज है, इंटरव्यू देना एक अलग टेक्निक है। तो सर उसका सेशन लेंगे। तो
I think I
ये
think
सर।
one I think you have to tell me one thing, right? See, whenever we do a seminar, you know, all of us, you will try to rise and shine. I will try to rise and shine. Everybody else also in the audience will rise and shine, right? I want to talk about कि ठीक है, there'll be good education, there'll be good all these things that you're talking about. We will be doing, interview preparation, resume preparation, all that. All this is very good. But in an interview, typically you're asked, tell me about some failures that you have had, right? तो आपने भी अपने लाइफ में so far, because like you did, see, I can do 5 things to motivate myself. जैसे कि आपने किया, I can listen to a song, I can listen to YouTube, I can go to a friend's house, I can whenever I feel low, I can do something about it. And everybody does different things. So I want to understand कि हाउ डिड यू कीप योरसेल्फ। कभी 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 तो मन में ऐसा आता होगा ना, ओ माय गॉड, देयर इज नो लाइफ टुमारो, आई कैन नॉट, आई एम रियली फीलिंग बैड, आई फील लाइक बैंगिंग माय हेड अगेंस्ट द वॉल। हाउ डू यू, तो आपने अपने आप को इस मुश्किलात के दौरान, लाइक ड्यूरिंग दिस डिफिकल्ट टाइम्स, हाउ डिड यू हाउ डू यू how do you keep working? Because very it's very tough for anybody कि जब I'm because a lot of students come to us saying, अरे सर आज तो तबीयत खराब था, अरे सर आज ये था, अरे सर आज तो मूड ही ऑफ हो गया था। तो what I think the most important point is, sometimes when success does not come immediately, how do you how do you keep working at it?
सर बहुत जबरदस्त क्वेश्चन, एक्सीलेंट क्वेश्चन सर। बिकॉज
मतलब मैं अपने मन को कैसे संभालूं?
मैं बताता हूँ सर, मैं ऑनेस्टली बताऊं।
आई फील लाइक,
ठीक है,
आपको ये मालूम है सर, मैं
आपको मैं
सॉरी,
की दे देता हूँ सर, की दे
बिल्कुल
देता
बिल्कुल
हूँ
बिल्कुल।
मैं आपको की दे देता हूँ। ठीक है, हाउ डू आई ऑपरेट। ठीक है सर, आपने शुरू का जो सेशन थोड़ा सा मिस कर दिया व्हेन आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट यू, द वे यू मोटिवेटेड मी इन एवरीथिंग। सो आई इनिशियली आई सेड इन द शुरू, आई थिंक वो आपने मिस कर दिया कि आई मैनिफेस्ट। ठीक है, मैं मैनिफेस्ट करता हूँ, मैं क्या मुझे ये करना है, जैसे मुझे यूके जाना है। जब मेरे कोई भाई, सारे भाइयों का वीजा रिजेक्ट हो गया, आई वाज द ओनली वन हु केम इन, आई वाज मैनिफेस्टिंग। मैं अब इंग्लैंड आया नहीं हूँ तो मैं नींद में क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ इंग्लैंड की पिचेस के ऊपर, एंड आई प्लेड 12 इयर्स काउंटी क्रिकेट इन इंग्लैंड। ठीक है, अभी भी मेरी क्रिकेट टीम, हमारा सीजन वापस शुरू हो गया है। तो
आई स्टिल,
आई यूज टू मैनिफेस्ट कि
या
मैं ये करूंगा, यानी डे ड्रीमिंग, डे ड्रीमिंग। तो वो मैंने जो भी डे ड्रीमिंग की है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, नॉट इन व्हेन आई वाज कमिंग 90 in UK cricket, even world tours, means European tours. I used to dream, or I used to dream that I will get the job. One day will come. I have to work hard. मेरे को, और वो मुझे कैसे आई, वो मैंने कैसे लर्न किया। सर मैंने टोनी रॉबिन्स को लिसन किया, मैंने लिस ब्राउन को लिसन किया, और मैं जो आपने मोटिवेशन जो बुक्स होती है, बुक समरीज है, यूट्यूब पे गाने सुनने की जगह मैं वो यूज कर लेता हूँ। और इस तरह एक और हमारे एक बड़े मीन्स लीडर्स होते हैं, उनकी कुछ बात है कि आप, जैसे इमरान खान की एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ सर मैं, उसने कैंसर हॉस्पिटल बनाया, आई वॉज रियली इम्प्रेस। तकरीबन 20 डॉक्टर्स में से उस वक्त के 19 ने कहा कि हॉस्पिटल नहीं बन सकता, कैंसर का हॉस्पिटल, यू नीड लॉट ऑफ फंड, ही नेवर गिव अप। 1% said it might be possible, he went for it. So I am inspired by him, his vision. तो वो मुझे मुझे था कि आप किसी चीज पे जोर लगाओ, मेहनत करो, रब्बे करीम ऊपर वाला परवरदिगार वो आपके लिए रास्ते आसान कर देगा, लेकिन डिसिप्लिन के साथ लगे रहो। मुझे 2 साल लग गए, लेकिन आई नेवर हैड अ डाउट आई विल गेट अ गुड जॉब। एंड व्हेन आई गॉट अ जॉब आई थॉट आई विल गेट अ क्लाउड इंजीनियर जॉब, दे गेव मी अ सीनियर क्लाउड इंजीनियर जॉब। तो एकदम मैं भी थोड़ा सा परेशान हुआ, मैंने कहा सीनियर क्लाउड इंजीनियर और सैलरी इज आल्सो वेरी हाई। थोड़ा सा मैं परेशान भी हुआ, मैं कहा यार ये कोई मैं कर भी पाऊंगा। आई हैड अ सेल्फ डाउट एज वेल। मैं कहा जो होगा देखा जाएगा। नाउ इट्स बीन लाइक मोर देन 6 वीक्स नाउ आई एम डूइंग इट, और होपफुली आई विल मैनेज इट। सो आई यूज टू थिंग इज मैनिफेस्ट। तो आप मैनिफेस्ट करो और इंशाल्लाह वो, और लगे रहो विद डिसिप्लिन, और लोगों की बातों में कान ना धरो, नेगेटिव बातों को सुनो नहीं, या नहीं होगी नहीं होगी, आप अंधे बहरे लूले हो जाओ, टारगेट को पॉइंट आउट करो और चलते रहो बस। कभी आप भागोगे, कभी आप दौड़ोगे, कभी आप रेंगोगे, लेकिन डायरेक्शन शुड बी राइट डायरेक्शन, आप चलते रहो।
Perfect. Perfect. I really appreciate. So lots of people, they are very much negative from day one. If guys remember, if you're negative from day one, you can't do anything. Usually, I suggest to not do anything. If you're negative, you can't do, or you'll not be able to manage. In that case, really, I suggest to drop immediately. And in case you feel you want to change something, then yes, there must be a commitment. You should prepare your, learning curve. Step by step, you must follow. I remember Atik, I think he completed 3 times. In advance, I provided the access of the course. He completed first. He attended a live session. Plus, normally he was calling me early morning India time. It means
Seven
it was
o'clock
good
when you
time.
were walking, sir.
Yeah,
When you walk time.
usually I was on walk. So early morning I was on walk and he was calling me. So मैं बोलता था कि अतीक you are not sleeping. So he was not sleeping. Even his night time he was not sleeping. He was discussing on architecture, solution, problem statement. So मैंने इसी बोला कि अतीक, and I tell you one thing, the very first time when there was a communication with अतीक, and जब भी मैं बातें करता हूँ तो अतीक वो अतीक अतीक है ही नहीं। अतीक का अतीक वर्जन 2.0 अब अवेलेबल है मार्केट के अंदर। द रीजन उस टाइम पर अतीक का कॉन्फिडेंस भी अच्छा नहीं था। ही वाज टू मच डिस्ट्रैक्टेड, बट नाउअडेज ही इज टू मच फोकस। उसको पता है कि दिस इज माय फर्स्ट स्टेप, दिस इज माय सेकंड स्टेप, दिस इज माय थर्ड स्टेप।
Exactly, sir. उस वक्त क्योंकि I moved from network to the cloud. The cloud, I was a baby in a cloud. I didn't know where to go, how to go. Azure करूँ, AWS करूँ, DevOps क्या है, Docker क्या है, Kubernetes क्या है, Terraform क्या है, ML क्या है, AI क्या है, and I didn't know anything about it. But now मेरा उठना बैठना सोचना, मेरी वाइफ भी मुझसे डिस्टर्ब है कि तुम सारा दिन कंप्यूटर पे करते क्या हो, तुम क्या कर रहे होते, तुम्हारा कोई चक्कर तो नहीं है, तुम कंप्यूटर पर रात रात बैठे रहते हो। मेरा पैशन है, नाउ इट्स बिकम माय पैशन। तो मैं कुछ ना कुछ अपग्रेड स्किल, जो मेरा इंटरव्यू भी हुआ वो एक टेक्नोलॉजी पे सर नहीं हुआ कि मुझे सीधा क्लाउड पे लिया गया। उसमें मुझसे CI/CD के बारे में पूछा गया, आई ऑलरेडी नो दैट वन। दे आस्क्ड मी टेराफॉर्म क्वेश्चन, आई ऑलरेडी गेव द आंसर। दे आस्क्ड मी अबाउट माय नेटवर्किंग because I came from networking, but firewalls, core firewalls question, I gave them the answer. So I said, sir, even I did PowerShell scripting as well. I learned PowerShell scripting through ChatGPT, YouTube. So मैंने कहा चलो अब स्क्रिप्टिंग भी है, पाइथन को ले, PowerShell मीन्स उसने जो पूछा, मैंने कहा आप पूछो क्या पूछते हो। तो he was really impressed. उसने कहा अच्छा यार तू आजा हमारी टीम के अंदर। तो they gave me an offer. So मुझे सर मैं बैठ नहीं सकता, मुझे कुछ ना कुछ लर्न करना है, सीखना है। अब मैं when I joined my company, I was working for last 2 years on Azure. Now 75% is work on AWS now. So I have to move back to AWS cloud now. So means, but hopefully, inshallah, I will manage it. So the thing is, डेडिकेशन हमेशा से शौक है सर, पैशन रहा है। और आपसे मैं वेन एवर आई यूज टू गेट डिस्टर्ब, मैं सर को कॉल करता, मैं सर फ्री है तो मुझे कॉल करें। मैं कहा सर मैंने अभी इतनी अप्लाई कर लिया, 5-6 जगह पे गया हूँ। आई यूज टू कॉल सर, मैं सर आर यू फ्री, फ्री चैट, 3 मंथ हो गए, 6 मंथ हो गए, ऑलवेज मैं सर आर यू अवेलेबल फॉर अ क्विक चैट। सर ने बोला हाँ मैं कल बात करता हूँ। देन आई यूज टू, सर ने कहा तुम कुछ नहीं कर रहे, यू आर डूइंग राइट थिंग, यू विल गेट द जॉब, बट तुम्हारा टाइम नहीं आया, यू विल हैव योर टाइम। मैं कहा सर ओके यू विल फाइंड। मैं कभी से सर से बैग नहीं किया कि सर मुझे जॉब नहीं मिली, मैं फ्रस्ट्रेटेड। और अतीक एनवायरमेंट ऐसा चल रहा है, यूके की मार्केट इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, मेरे दोस्त हैं, हॉलैंड में भी जॉब इशू है, तो इंशाल्लाह यू विल गेट द जॉब। की हमेशा पुश किया एक भाई की तरह, एक कोच की तरह सर ने, ठीक है। और जो नॉट लाइक अ टीचर, he just used to be like a big brother for me. I think you have to do, you are doing right thing, you are everything you are doing right, your time will come, and my time has come now sir. Thank you.
Even
Ardham,
the
Ardham,
day, Arun,
I'm so happy
sir,
with
sorry,
our.
Arun, the day he got the offer, अतीक ने
uh,
मुझे कॉल किया। अतीक सेड मुझे मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशन से बहुत ज्यादा मिला, will I able to survive? I said the reason is you're multi-skill now. You got the good package or best package. You got the region now. You're the multi-skill. You are better than 90 to 95% people who are already working in IT cloud, especially cloud ecosystem. So you're better than them. That's why you're getting so high package.
so, Atik, all of this has been very good, and I remember our conversations from day one. But I will say something now, which nobody should, which you have to pay most attention to. Okay? Think of it as a words of a mentor. Okay,
Yes
super
sir.
mentor. आपने जो कुछ भी किया अब तक का बहुत अच्छा था. Now you forget everything that you've done and start at a zero, right? So all this, ये ठीक है. My title says senior. I got this much money. खुदा ने मुझे जरूरत से अपनी मेरी मेरी झोली में बहुत अच्छा डाला. ये सारी बातें has been very good, and you can delete it from the recording as well if it is not good for everybody. But I truly want you to understand that जहां पहुंच गए हैं आ, वहां आप जीरो से स्टार्ट करिए. इन द सेंस दैट कि कभी भी इस बात को दिमाग के अंदर मत आंजिए कि अभी मुझे आ गया, अभी मुझे पैसे मिल गए, अभी मुझे टाइटल मिल गया. बिकॉज when you will keep the spirit of being a true learner and being able to start from zero every day, that's when you're going to do best. Aradhya, I also, the second comment I want to make is I truly remember, today, I think as I was talking to Atik, I thought of Prabha, I thought of Catherine Pau. These people are these students from US, and I even thought of Dr. Sachin Jain. These people, have um, uh, it, their sincerity, their commitment. I mean, you see a student and you know that with basic guidance, if you give them and if you be with them, they will they might take a little extra time, but they will not fail. So I mean, it's a pride for the for a instructor to support this kind of a student, this kind of a person, this kind of a student a lot.
Yeah, I agree. So in fact, if you see when he was learning, he was when the first time he enrolled, he was working as a security guard in UK. So journey started from security guard to cloud specialist.
सर नॉट ओनली सिक्योरिटी गार्ड सर, सारी और
Mm,
जॉब्स की हैं इधर तो भाई।
mm,
पिज्जा हट से शुरू किया, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड की, इवेंट की, जस्ट टू सरवाइव। अगर मैं नई जॉब करता तो घर कैसे चलता? घर
yeah,
को चलाने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ तो करना है ना। अगर वो कुछ आमदन नहीं होती तो मैं हाउ आई यूज टू मीन बिल्स कैसे पे?
Absolutely.
तो
yeah,
See, I think many people may not understand the reference of this, but it is very important to know. See, when you're abroad, right? There has been an many students. Some students have worked in a gas station. Some students have worked as a waiter. Some students abroad. I mean, it is true particularly of UK, but it is also true of US. uh, जिनको opportunities नहीं मिलता है, otherwise they have a language issue or any other issue, they have worked in different things, but they have learned how to sustain. And these people who have been able to do, making extra income, um, work, and they made good money. It's not that waiter का काम किया तो कम पैसे मिले. The point being, people who have learned to um, live in such a way and study and work on like study, work, and maintain focus. These people will be successful not just in career, they'll be successful in life as well. Because what I think, when you were talking, or when Ardha talks, see, networking, compute, storage, Azure, and this is one thing. But I think we talk about life strategies on how to deal with situations, how to deal with scenarios, not only about career, but if you really look at it, we are talking about life. And so, if you are working with a good mentor can pretty much take away 10 years of life, and what you can achieve in what you can achieve in probably 6 7 years with a good mentor, with structured guidance, uh, and non-structured mentoring conversations. Those conversations will they help so much that you can achieve like 6 7 years of success in like less than 2 years. Back to you, Aradhya. I was very happy because I have so many times I've spoken to Atik when he used to call up, and I think of Prabha, I think of Catherine. All these people, they make your heart glow with joy.
So there's some question from someone. So one is, how much experience you have mentioned for this job while having the interview? So this is the question from Shashikant Soni.
देखो, आई टोटल एक्सपीरियंस मैंने, क्योंकि अपना करियर आईटी में 14 इयर्स 2000 मींस 14 इयर्स हो गए मुझे आईटी करियर शुरू किए हुए. तो लास्ट 5 का मैंने क्लाउड का शो किया 2000 ऑनवर्ड्स टिल 2025 26 25 26. 5 इयर्स मैंने कोर क्लाउड का शो किया, और उसके पहले एज अ 2015 ऑनवर्ड्स से 2020 एज अ नेटवर्क इंजीनियर शो किया मैंने. और उससे पहले जो है मैंने वो आईटी सपोर्ट, डेस्कटॉप सपोर्ट वगैरह शो किया. सो ऑल टुगेदर 14 इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. अच्छा, 2 साल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड वाली जॉब सर, दैट वाज अ डेलिबरेट अटेम्प्ट. व्हाई? क्योंकि आई वांटेड टू स्टडी. इस जॉब में यहाँ इंग्लैंड में ये है, क्योंकि नाइट शिफ्ट होती थी, तो यू हैव 12 आवर्स टू स्टडी. 12 आवर में मेरा था 3 to 4 आवर मेरी डेडिकेटेड स्टडी होती होती थी इसके अंदर. तो ये मैं टैक्सी भी चला सकता था. I could have done any IT job as well. As a network engineer, I was not going for a network. Even from the Capgemini, I got a job offer about 6 8 months ago. I told Aradhya sir as well, sir, I got a job Capgemini as well.
Yeah.
But that was in London. My family was in Manchester. So they said it's gonna be hybrid. I took that role, but then I refused. I mean, I'm not gonna do that one, because that they wanted me to come to stay in London. I could not, because my family was in Manchester. So I
Yeah.
left. I know I will get the job. एक अंदर से कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया, तो मैं कि अगर ये जाएगी तो इंशाल्लाह दूसरी आ जाएगी. तो सेकंड जॉब आई हैव टू कीप, मैं इंटरव्यू देता रहूं. सीवी को मैंने चेंज किया. अरुण सर को मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम सीवी शो, सर ने तो मुझे बहुत बेइज्जत किया, ये तुमने क्या सीवी बनाई है, टक टक टक. सर ने फिर मुझे एक फॉर्मेट दिया कि आप ये करो. तो
I think मुझे
उसको
बहुत
देख.
मजा आया आपने ऐसा बोला, क्योंकि when somebody shows me a CV, right, or
Yes,
any document or anything they talk. So the point, Ardha and I both, what we do is we take your CV, and the person himself is thinking, I've made a very good CV, and we make sure that there are no loopholes in the CV, that we prepare you for the questions, not only on the CV but also on the job description. दूसरी बात ये होती है, आई थिंक अतीक, विच मेनी पीपल डोंट नो, दे कीप शाय, दे से, अरे सर से कैसे बात करेंगे, कैसे उनको बताएंगे, लाइक दे फील अनकंफर्टेबल कि अरे, इफ आई गो एंड हैव अ मॉक सेशन, तो बहुत ही मेरा जैसे होता है बेइज्जत हो जाऊंगा, इज्जत डाउन हो जाएगी. आई डोंट नो व्हाई पीपल थिंक लाइक दिस, बिकॉज अनलेस यू कम टू द राइट पीपल एंड like you
सर
bear
आपने
your soul out.
मेरी तो की थी इज्जत डाउन।
Exact, because unless you go through it, unless you burn in that fire, how will you come out like gold? How will you come out like gold? You cannot. You can become like any ordinary metal. So my point was Atik should come out like gold and not like any other. Uh, uh, not I was not even happy with the silver or the bronze. Gold is gold.
Yeah. So this is not the first job. So इसके पहले भी अतीक ने अच्छी अच्छी कंपनियों में जॉब को क्रैक किया, बट ज्वाइन नहीं किया बिकॉज ऑफ सर्टन सिचुएशन. So it doesn't mean कि अतीक को आफ्टर 1.5 year के बाद जॉब मिले. I remember I think 6 to 7 months ago he called me. He was telling कि जॉब मिल गई, काफी अच्छी कंपनी है, but because of the location issue he
या
didn't
सर
join.
दैट वाज कैप जेमिनी
Atik,
सर, आई टोल्ड
this
अबाउट।
Atik, the gentleman you asked. When people ask questions, I sometimes I don't know, I have mixed feelings in my heart. Somebody asked just now, "Okay, how much experience will you show in the resume?" The answer to the question is different for different people, because you cannot have a same answer ki you have to show 3 years or 4 years or 2 years. You have to highlight your experience in such a way that it works the best in your case. So I cannot, just because Atik showed 4 or 5, today I will also think I will also show 4 and 5. That is not the answer, man, people. The real answer is you work with a mentor. Mentors cannot be replaced. You have to work with somebody that can guide you. Ki based upon your individual circumstances, your individual scenario, how much you can highlight and show, and then accordingly prepare to put your best foot forward. So don't have a generic answer for this, right?
Yep, I agree.
For the CV, LinkedIn profile, Arun sir means he's an expert. I already told in the initial means ये मीटिंग हुई थी, तो यहाँ से ही मैंने भी CV अपनी थोड़ी सही की, LinkedIn भी थोड़ी अभी भी 100% नहीं है सर, लेकिन जैसी भी है मैं कहा ठीक है, लेकिन द वे मीन्स आई करेक्टेड माई LinkedIn प्रोफाइल, और CV भी मैंने चेंज की जो आपने मुझे दिया था। फिर मैं सर के साथ बैठा, अतुल सर के साथ, राधे सर के साथ, तो ही आल्सो करेक्टेड सम ऑफ माय CV, he guided me as well कि ये करो, ये कर लो, ये कर लो, so means
Atik, I
yes sir।
want to know, thank you for all the praises and everything, what everybody. I want to know, I again am telling you, Atik, in front of everybody, that I want you to start from zero.
The 100% I noted
Huh,
this thing, I will start
okay.
from zero, don't worry sir।
Second point is, uh, uh, abhi aap, people always ask, ki, what is you told us that, you have some awes and your journey has not stopped. The journey is continuing. This is just one good milestone that you have achieved. So can you share with us, जैसे होता है ना, you got the job and all those things are good, but maintaining the job and keep continuing to perform is the reality, right? So आप हमें ये बताएं कि how do you these days, after getting a job, how do you invest time and what is your plan for continuing to work every day? How much time, because every you're busy also, so how much time are you able to spare on a daily basis to continue to move forward, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आप खत्म नहीं हो गए हैं.
Exactly, sir. Let me share my plan. What I do.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me, sir. What I have done, I divided my 24 hours. So I was not doing my exercise, gym, nothing.
Right.
Uh, just since I got the job, 9 to 5 job, now I'm hitting the gym. So number one, मैं gym को इसको लेके आया, उसके बाद मैंने अपना सा sleeping habits, क्योंकि I was sleeping in the morning time in my other job, and means और wife भी वो happy नहीं थी कि मैं घर से बाहर हूँ और ये है चिक चिक पिक पिक। Anyway, सर मैं 4 बजे उठ जाता हूँ, early in the morning, 4 o'clock UK time. Job gonna start 9 o'clock. Working 3 days home, so I 4 o'clock or maximum 5 o'clock. Then I do my praying and everything. After that, I still have a 3 hours time slot. It's 3 hour time slot that my education अप स्किल करता हूँ सर मैं अपने आप को, या अभी एडब्ल्यूएस को वहां पर चीजें चल रही हैं, मैं अजूर से सारा टू ईयर अजूर पे फोकस किया, टेराफॉर्म पे अजूर पे फोकस किया। मैं लाइन मैनेजर से मेरी बात हुई, सेड I think we have 70% on in the network in AWS, and only 20 to 25% we have CI/CD pipeline on Azure. That's only for development and testing environment. So you have to focus on AWS. So अब मैं वो ट्रेनिंग वापस से रिवाइज कर रहा हूँ, लैब्स करूंगा, हब एंड स्पोक नेटवर्क है वो मैं पहले कर चुका हूँ, लेकिन 3 hours initially, that's my plan which I am doing, वो मेरा स्टडी टाइम है। उसमें यहाँ पर मैंने never had an zero trust Z scaler, I never worked with Z scaler, ZIA, ZPA, they are training me on that thing, और मुझे एक्सेस भी मिली है। So I am working like 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, ये मेरा स्टडी टाइम है। तो मेरा फोकस अब यही है, जो मुझे प्रोजेक्ट्स मिलेंगे, जो मुझे असाइनमेंट मिलेंगे, तो ये मेरा वर्किंग एरिया है। ये मैं 3 आवर 2 आवर मेरा स्टडी है डेली। तो उसके बाद I go, means I work for till 5 o'clock from 9 to 5. After 5 o'clock, I give 2 hours to family time. उसके बाद then I go to my gym. Gym करने के बाद then I'll come 1.5 hour daily. I'm going to gym now, so I've already reduced 1.5 kg weight in 2-3 weeks now. So the journey gonna be continuing. और उसके अलावा सर I sleep early 10 o'clock, maximum 10 o'clock, 10:30 I'm going to the bed. So this is the loops that I'm doing it. So I'm giving 2 hours. Weekends I have full time to give to my family, और सैटरडे संडे हम लोग कहीं बाहर जाएंगे, कुछ करेंगे, मीन्स वो फैमिली टाइम है वीकेंड। लेकिन 9 to 5, for 4 o'clock maximum 5 o'clock I'll wake up, 2-3 hours study what I study। जो आपने कहा है कि वहाँ अब AWS है, ZIA, ZPA, वहाँ का इन्वायरमेंट को समझना है। ये मेरी प्रायोरिटी है कि वहाँ जो networking है, FortiGate firewall is working there, so I need to understand, because I did Cisco ASA or Palo Alto firewall, but they have FortiGate firewalls. So they have given me a FortiGate firewall to practice, and the testing environment there as well. So yes sir, that's my planning sir, that's what I'm doing.
Sure thing, excellent. I like, see, I appreciate your journey because it has networking. I would also like you to, as you move forward, focus on cyber security as well, because that will become extremely important. And it is already important, but will become extremely important in 27, 28. Cyber security basics, apne, lot of basics you have already learned in the course itself, but keep learning, new things that are coming in cybersecurity space. Because if you look at all the leaders, whether it is Sundar Pichai or Microsoft leaders or any other leaders, the primitives like networking, security, storage, these things are very important. The way Ardha had designed a course, this is for general audience. The way the course is designed, you have some primitives like compute, storage, networking, security. Once you learn these primitives and then you learn how other services around it are growing, you will never ever fail.
Thank you very much sir. Sir, in my company sir, they have dedicated cyber security team. So anything about the Azure Sentinel or cyber security, they got dedication, वहां तक मेरी access नहीं है। तो वो sir, how should I get in touch with the cyber, how should I start my journey in the cyber security? So please guide me sir.
I will talk to you separately where I'll talk about that thing in depth. Okay.
Okay sir, thank you very much
Yeah.
sir, thank you.
I think one thing I want to ask is, so normally people come to me and sometimes I tell people, uh, who are your, this is one fantastic question I ask Aradhya, everybody, right? When they become closer to me, right? I always ask this question: who are your 5 friends in your life, right? So somebody says, "Bhai, I have Ram, Rahim, one Sardarji, one this, one that," and they talk about friends with different qualities and all different walks of life, right? And
Sir,
आप एक मिनट नहीं, अतीक जी नहीं, मैं क्या बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, you know, whether you look at books or in practical life, you are defined You are defined by the five friends you have. Five, you have to choose four to five close friends or people. The kind of the kind of life you're going to live, the kind of career you're going to have is dependent upon the kind of mentoring you have and the kind of friends you keep. You are known by the company you keep. So I'm not saying ki, we have to only look at successful people, we have to only look at these people. But if you want to become a runner, or if you want to become a great singer, or if you want to become a great attorney, you have to keep company. I mean, you can have all different kind of friends, but you have to keep company that complements each other's skills, and you move forward, right, in life. If you keep company that always distracts you into something which is not, especially in the younger age, if you keep company that distracts you from your things that you want to do, then you are really wasting your time. So I think जैसे आपको तो you may not be getting time from family as well as but uh, आपको कभी ऐसे नहीं लगा ऐसे ये let me go spend time, let me go watch a movie, let me go do this with friends, let me, how do you balance your time is a question.
कल मैं सवाल को सही समझा नहीं, मीन्स आप थोड़ा सा और इसको एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, मीन्स व्हाट रियली वांट यू वांट मी टू आंसर?
जब आप जब हम किसी भी राह पे बढ़ते हैं तो
हम्म।
तो one has many distractions in life, right? How do you keep focused in spite of, because some friend might say, let's go, we haven't had fun enough, we have uh, let's go out and have beer, right? Let's go out, do this, or let's just have fun, forget all this networking and security and storage. Life is not all about networking, security, storage, this. So how do you keep away from distractions? Because a lot of people, a lot of students come to us and say, sir, we cannot focus every day. तो आप how do you do that? कैसे
ओके,
करें?
राइट 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 सर। फर्स्ट ऑफ सर मीन्स शायद मैं बुक्स का मुताला करता हूँ, किताबें पढ़ता रहता हूँ, कुछ ना कुछ यूट्यूब भी देखता हूँ, तो कोई मोटिवेशनल या कोई अच्छे लोगों को सुनता हूँ जो जिन लोगों ने सक्सेस हासिल की है, जैसे केएफसी की स्टोरी है, मैकडोनल्ड्स की स्टोरी है, वो स्ट्रगल स्टोरीज होती हैं। कुछ रिलीजियस किताबें भी पढ़ी हैं। एक तो किताबों का मतलब कुछ ना कुछ मैं पढ़ रहा होता हूँ। लेकिन दूसरा सर मेरा माइंड सेट है, एज आई सेड, आई मैनिफेस्ट। मैं एक डिसाइड कर लेता हूँ कि यार मैंने ये चीज को करना है तो करना है। अब अब मैंने अभी अपने जिम जर्नी शुरू शुरू की है। मैं काफी मेरे वेट पे टोन कर लिया सिंस 2020। अब मैंने डिसाइड कर लिया, तो सर यू वोंट बिलीव, लास्ट 3 वीक्स मैंने रोटी नहीं खा रहा, चावल नहीं खा रहा। बस अब मैंने करना है तो करना है। बस सर मेरे
That's
अंदर है एक चीज, ये मेरे अंदर है, तो इसमें कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं है। 3-4 दिन बहुत मुश्किल हुई है कि नहीं रोटी खानी है, सालन खाना है, तो आई कुड नॉट, मुश्किल हुआ। मैं कहा नहीं, अब वो मेरे अंदर ही है सर। अब मैं 24 आवर्स को डिवाइड कर लिया है मैंने। पहले रात में स्टडी करता था, अब मैं अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग करता हूँ कि 4 बजे उठ जाऊंगा। ये 3 घंटे मेरे स्टडी के हैं, 3 आवर्स। उसके बाद जो है मैंने जॉब करनी है, उसके बाद फैमिली टाइम 2 आवर्स। अब डिस्ट्रैक्शन क्या है सर? मेरे सिर्फ और सिर्फ दोस्त वो हैं, अब जो क्लाउड इंजीनियर्स हैं, जो डेवऑप्स इंजीनियर्स हैं, या वो नेटवर्क इंजीनियर्स हैं। उनसे मैंने बात करनी है तो अपनी फील्ड के रिलेटेड करनी है। कुछ दोस्त हैं पुराने दोस्त, वो बैक एट होम है, दे आर बिजी इन देयर लाइफ। सो अभी मेरी क्रिकेटिंग की फ्रेंड्स है, वो बोलते हैं संडे को क्रिकेट आके खेलो। मैं क्या, नहीं मेरा भी ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है, आई डोंट वांट टू वेस्ट माय एनर्जी एंड टाइम। अभी मेरे ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि मुझे जो जॉब मुझे मिली है इसमें और स्किल होना है। यहाँ मैंने लोगों के मैनेजर के साथ अपनी रिपुटेशन बनानी है, जॉब में और लर्निंग करनी है, एनवायरमेंट को सीखना है। तो दैट्स माय प्रायोरिटी। अभी जेड आई है, जेड पी है, जीरो ट्रस्ट एक्सचेंज, इस टेक्नोलॉजी को समझना है। तो सर बस मेरा माइंड सेट यही है। मैं डिस्ट्रैक्ट सर, क्योंकि मैं मेरे आवर्स डिवाइडेड है ना, तो
good
थ्री
good
आवर्स
answer.
मेरा
Good answer. So
थ्री
the
आवर्स
point,
मेरा स्टडी टाइम है।
yeah,
दैट्स माय स्टडी टाइम, 3 आवर्स अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग। तो वहां ही मैं सब कुछ करूंगा सर अपना।
got. So the key important point I wanted to mention here was that I'm talking to Anshul or Ayush or Banu or Bhardwaj or Dipanshu, Haripriya, Shashikant, Tomesh, Vaishnavi. So the key point here is Today, if I today, what happens is when I go and look at your LinkedIn, right? Let's say I
Yes.
wanted to become a, let's say forget IT. Let's say I want to become a one of the good doctors, or I want to become a good engineer, or I want to become a good attorney, or a singer, or an astrophysicist, right? Let's say
Mm-hmm.
now if I go to my, if somebody went to my LinkedIn or somebody went to my whatever social media I use, if I want to become a doctor, then then at least let's say my LinkedIn has 2,000 people or 1,000 people, right? Out of which, अगर मुझे एक I want to become a great chess player, right? On my LinkedIn, I should be connected with at least, if there are 1,000 people on my LinkedIn, 800 out of those or 900 out of those कौन से लोग होने चाहिए? दीपांशु जी, दीपांशु,
वो लोग होने चाहिए जो हमारे वर्किंग के साथ में हैं।
exactly. So, so the kind of people, if I go to Dipanshu's LinkedIn, he's into project management. So what I want to see is 800 out of those are linked with project management, portfolio management, program management at different levels. If I go to your LinkedIn, I see, hey, uh, I want to become a singer, but I'm connected with everybody who's a doctor. It's a mismatch, right? So this is how the recruiters also looked at your LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or anything else. When you look at activities, uh, if Atik is connected with, let's say, 500 people, 400 people only talk about cricket, then my perception would be that Atik is into he wants to become a cricket player. So whatever you want to become, you should have a profile that matches your goals, right? You cannot have you cannot want to become a doctor and then in your profile you are connected with zero people of that profile. Those perceptions are important in the market. That is the point. Uh, does anybody have any last minute questions? Because it's almost time for the session to wrap up. We Atik has been sharing all his thoughts. Ardha said a lot of good things. Does anybody have any last minute questions that they want to bring up?
I don't have any last questions, but it's really impressive on how he has studied using the notes and how he mentioned he keeps revisiting. Yeah, that is something I did not do, and looking at it, I'm looking at it for the first time. Like someone could study like this with an online virtual classes as well.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you, Vaishnavi, for that mention. Anyone else?
Umesh, Haripriya, Bharadwaj, Sharma, Bhanu, Ayush. Any question from anyone? Any last minute question, Anshul?
No,
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 sir.
no. Fine.
But Atik's journey is very motivated, sir.
I have one question for you. You'd be surprised, right? We usually have a question from the person, but the question for you, Ardha, is: see, Ardha, you have been. This is your probably 86th batch, if I'm not mistaken,
Correct,
or
correct,
86,
correct.
right? Huh?
86 match.
So,
Yeah.
Ardha, this I always look at you and I always think, when you started your journey when it was called Microsoft Azure and all, and now, you know, let's say this is the 86th journey that you're taking. You have been seeing a lot of students. Some students come from, UK. Some students come from, other countries. Some students are, too good and they are like good they have a computer science background or some other background, like specific background. There are students, there are girls, there are guys, there are people of different age groups. there are students from different streams. तो आपने what are the common things you have noted कि चाहे वो लड़की हो या लड़का हो या B whether they are a BCom or BSc or MBA, you have had CAs, you have had. The question is, what are the common top three things that you have noticed which has helped people be successful?
Okay,
कॉमन तीन चीजें
got
कि
it.
आपने देखा होगा कि यार मेरे पास बीकॉम भी आया, बीटेक भी आया. So sometimes we have seen that a BTech guy is less successful than a BCom guy. How does this happen? What is the secret? Because the BCom guy is not at the same level as a BTech guy just because they don't have a technical background. So what are the top three factors? And aren't you surprised by it?
Yep. So wanted to clear in beginning, guys. Doesn't matter what your IT experience, whether you're from IT background or you're from non-IT background. Nowadays, in year 2026, no one is going to ask. In fact, earlier in recruitment, during recruitment, there was a clean section, 15 years of experience. Sorry, 15 years of regular, education and 3 to 4 years of graduation. But nowadays, if you have even from BCom background, BSc, MSc, MPhil, PhD, no one is going to ask what degree you have. You are MCA, BTech, or something else. They will look for the skill. If are you skilled? If you're skilled, maybe you have BCom, maybe BSc or MSc. You're most welcome. The second is one thing which is common in almost everyone who are success nowadays. That is focus. They are too much focused. They are present in almost all the sessions. Means I never seen anyone who are nowadays very much success and they are absent in session. So there are few people in every batch where the presence is 100%. I think is one of the example. The second is focus. They are too much focus. If people are much focused, it means they are watching, they are attending the session, they are watching the recording, they are preparing the notes, they are going for the interview, they have lots of questions, they are calling me also. If anyone who is not calling me, it means there's a 50% chances that he's not practicing, or maybe there are 80% chances that he or she is not practicing. The reason is whenever people will practice, they will call me. If people are not calling me, it means or they are not communicating one to one or in a group, it means they are not practicing. So behind
This
everyone,
this this is so true. What you just said, the last statement. People don't call you. You can easily, in one in any batch, across in any batches of any technology, if people are not calling their mentors or instructors, or uh, you immediately come to know that this fellow is not ready for interview, or this fellow is shying away from resume, or this fellow is having some other distractions come in their life. It is no rocket science. It's very easy to recognize. And majority of the people, I mean, some people, uh, they joined, they left, they come back after 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years. They've in every single case, people have come back and said, I lost time because I did not keep in touch, or I did not, but now I have a renewed energy and I'll do it. People have, there was a lady who, in our batch, one of the batches, she had been giving civil services exams. She said, I was distracted and I suddenly changed my career and I wanted to give my civil services exam. But I spent, and you had told me, based upon my individual circumstances, that it may not work with a particular, unless I have a particular strategy. So I did it 3 times. I failed every single time, and I came back, and I came back to IT now after 3 years. Can you help me? And it was very, very difficult, but we were, in this case, we were able to help this lady, and now she's a successful, IT engineer. But yeah, I mean, she lost her 3 years pursuing something that was that we knew would not work for her because of her specific circumstances. So yeah, I mean, guys, please talk to your mentors, talk to your friends. Uh, Stay active. Like, don't be shy of taking the interviews. Whether you pass or fail does not matter. Connect with people who are relevant to your background,
Yeah.
because this we are not in school, we are not in a college, we are in professional life circumstances. If in your if in your age 3 4 years pass, then you've lost pretty much lost everything, because these are the 4 or 5 years of building stages in your life. I see Vaishnavi, so somebody's hand is up. Radha, can you take that question, please?
Hi, Aradhya. I have a question for you. When I was in college during placements, seniors used to add this to their advice that if you're going with data, anything in the data domain, or in just anything else, they used to say pick a domain first and then stick to it so that your knowledge is focused and you have a portfolio that is focused. So, does that advice still hold true with respect to cloud computing? Because I have a few people reaching out to me in support roles in voice process, non-voice process. So if you were to advise them on this when they are starting out, does the first advice hold true, or what should they be focusing on?
Okay. So a person who is starting the career in cloud computing, so usually you will get the domain knowledge from your project, not from the training. The reason you don't know in what type of project will be deployed. So usually I suggest everyone to focus on the technical part. Reason, if you're technically you're good, you'll be able to survive. You'll be able to crack the certification as well as the interview. If I'm talking about the domain knowledge is depending on the project to project, and that knowledge you'll get from your project, not from the training. You get my point?
Understood. Yeah.
For
Thank
example,
you.
suppose I'm talking about the SAP, suppose HR module. Suppose I'm working as a data engineer, and the project that I'm going to work on is related to SAP. My data source is SAP, and this is related to HR module. So I'm not from HR background. I'm not from the SAP background. So in every project, there'll be one or multiple people from the functional side. You have to collaborate. You have to communicate with them. They will give you the domain knowledge, or either customer or functional consultant.
Okay, then I have a follow-up question from here. In the interviews, in the first HR call, screening call that you receive, they explicitly ask you if you have experience in this domain. And then even in the L1, L2 round, they ask, have you worked with this kind of data in this domain?
Hmm.
So how does a student of yours approach that?
So normally what happen, why they're asking, they have specific requirement. For example, suppose banking domain. So normally in data engineering project, there'll be a developer. With the developer, there'll be one functional consultant. For example, there's a banking related project. So you are, suppose there are 10 developers, right? With the 10 developer, there'll be one, two, or three functional consultant. The person who is working as a developer, they don't have the idea of the banking domain. Who will provide the knowledge? So the knowledge or such type of business knowledge will be either provided by the customer or it will be provided by the functional consultant. Why they asking such type of question? They are expecting there will be some specific requirement where they are looking for the multi-skill professional. Multi-skill professional means in IT ecosystem, there are lots of people who are from banking background, banking then data engineering. So lots of people are saying, hey, I was working as a banker, I will not get opportunity in the cloud computing. So you will get opportunity. The region, there's
Uh,
specific
s-
requirement.
See, Vaishnavi, the way it works is, I'll give you one or two examples, and I think it will drive home the point. If not, we can have a separate call. So, so for example, um, let's say somebody has come to US, right? I'm just giving one example. Somebody has come to one US, or somebody is working from India for the same client. That client is an insurance domain or banking domain. Now, when a person, when a BCom, BSc, MSc, MBA, whatever person joins, what this person knows initially is their technology, whether they have done fabric, or they have done data brick, or they have done networking or security, or whatever that concept is. You know only your part, right? You know only that much. In the first year or first 2 years, you know only that much. Now, this question always comes as, do uh, will I just survive on the base of security, networking, storage, data bricks, fabric, whatever, or do I need to? How do I grow in this space? And the way it works is, so for example, the top consulting companies, whether you look at MBB, or you look at any top, you look at there are many consulting companies. So what they do something differently, right? And what they do is, when people join them, when they're onboarded, they are given some landscape of the field that you're going to be in. For example, you might have a healthcare client, you might have a banking client, or an insurance client. One example is, when you join in, let's say you join an insurance client. Apart from whatever you know technologically, somebody from your own consulting company will sit down with you and share with you some notes in the domain space. For example, for insurance, there is a certification called as INS 21, INS 22, and INS 23. These are certification in basics of insurance, basics of property and casualty management, and something else. So these three together form a certification called as INS. And Mm, so let's say 25 of your people are working for this one client called as XYZ insurance company, right? Big, huge giant in US. So now, when your delivery leader or a practice leader will work with the client, they will say, not only, sir, our people. So if I was the delivery head or the practice lead or the practice head, and I'm working with the client partner, I will say that not only our people, sir, are great cloud engineers. They have gone through XYZ projects, and here are the examples. Here's the showcase of projects. But, sir, they have taken extra work and they have understood the domain. All of them are INS certified. Every single one of them is INS certified. So in my case, when I was the practice lead in insurance, I've been a practice leader, practice head for insurance banking practices for a long time. So there, what we used to do is, we used to have our own internal practice. Before they went to the client abroad, they would go through the domain basics as well, right? This happens. So we had a healthcare practice, we had a banking practice, we had a semiconductor practice. So majority of the good companies, if you look at them, Accenture, Deloitte, Boston Consulting Group, or anybody reputed, initially when you join, you are asked to focus on the technology that you're in. But sooner or later, as you work with your seniors, you work with the delivery leaders, practice leaders, you have to know how to reach out to them and get into a mentoring relationship, where you're not spending every single day learning that, but you have a goal. Let's say you are in healthcare, so you have to understand what are the for example, in healthcare, there's a certification called as CPHIMS, right? So these are not medical or healthcare certifications. These are certifications in IT. So if I know my topic very well, for example, Dipanshu here is a project manager. Now he can go into a space of he can work for a company in cybersecurity, right? Project manager in cybersecurity, or project management in data engineering, or project management in other space. So the point here is, you, to if you want to grow in the career, you have to have domain knowledge. And for domain knowledge, there'll be two things. One, Ardha has already spoken about, that the number of projects that you do in that domain, you will yourself understand a lot of terms associated in that. That is one way to go. The projects. The second important way is you have to look at IT certifications in that domain that will help the practice leaders sell you better to the client. uh, and any person that has to grow in life, they have to know more than one domains sooner or later. It takes time. So for example, in my own case, it took me time to learn the BFSI domain, then I learned the retail domain, then I learned how to apply the same thing in XYZ domain. So I think it's a matter of investing time with the right thing to learn about IT certs in that domain, so that you are able to sell yourself to so that your companies, or even when you are having your own, you are an entrepreneur and doing your own thing, you have to uh, partner and learn about it. The other thing that I have found personally very helpful, guys, everyone, is I always, every year when the Gartner and the Forrester reports come out, I pay a lot of focus on the Gartner and Forrester reports, and there are other journals that are available. But Gartner and Forrester they work with analysts in different spaces. They work with healthcare, they work with retail, they work with you know any of the verticals, and they have got specialist analysts in those vertical areas. So when you look at, let's say I'm in healthcare for now, or I'm in insurance for now, I will look at what is happening in that space. In terms of technology, I'm not going to become a doctor, right? I don't My job is not to become a doctor or a nurse or a registered specialist, a surgeon. No, my job is to look at how IT can enable them. So I always look at those reports, I try to make my own notes, and if I keep doing it over a period of time, then I'm not only known as a technology expert, but I also become a domain expert on on how to enable their business using the skills that I have, how to better enable them. Because if I'm with a client and I do not understand their domain, they will treat me like a junior guy. But the more and more I know about their domain as well, through the projects or through things I've done, the more respect they'll have for me going forward. Like it takes 1 or 2 years, 3 years to develop that, but you have to start somewhere. I hope, Vaishnavi, that kind of gives you a broad answer. And if you have any specific follow-ups, I'll be happy to touch base with you later on.
Yeah, that answered. Thank you, Aradhya. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so any last minute question? If you have, then guys, you can ask the question. If no, then we can conclude the session here. Okay, I think there's no more question. Okay, thank you, Atik. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.